Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed and we are gonna talk about LangChain, and this tutorial is for beginners. Let's dive in. So let's talk about what is LangChain. LangChain is a framework. We usually just chat and talk with LLMs, but with LangChain we get to use tools, sources outside of the scope of the LLM, and we can integrate these sources to get some more meaningful and more complex conversation out of LLM. So that's what LangChain does for us. What it can do for me. Okay, we could use different tools like search calculators or any sort of API to create more complex things that usually we call them agents. They reason, plan, and act on the data we provide them. Uh, we could do RAG, retrieval augmented generation, to get more accurate data or more scoped conversation out of LLMs, and almost anything for real world apps. How we can use it? There are tools provided in LangChain, depending on your language, because it's provided in both JavaScript and Python. There are tools like prompt templates, chains, agents, tools, and etc. We're gonna see some examples after this. So what do we need to begin? We're gonna need an API to have access to a LLM. In this tutorial, I'm using OpenAI's API. So to get that, I'm gonna explain that in a minute. So is just an API enough? API gives us some access to the LLM, but for the access to Google files, Wikipedia, or any sort of database or sources outside of it, we're gonna need tools. So how we get that? Using LangChain. And combining these are gonna give us a software or some solution to provide services. So to get an OpenAI API secret key, you go to that address, platform.openai.com, and to generate a secret key, you're gonna have to go to the other address below and just click on creating a new secret key. And for their services, there isn't a provided limit without paying, so you could just start by paying $5, and it's gonna be a lot and more than enough for your projects. Uh, in step 2, you're gonna need to install some libraries like LangChain, OpenAPI, and LangChain dash OpenAPI to use OpenAPI's services. You might also need LangChain uh, dash community. If that would be the case, it's gonna ask you directly to install that. So let's see some code. I added the secret keys here in this folder in .env file. Uh, this this keeps our data and our keys hidden, and to read them, we could just use load.env. The reason I didn't put it here is because I don't want to share it with all of you. So yeah, when you run this, it's gonna read the uh, secret key and put it in OpenAI API key. Here we use that to create a chat with GPT-3.5 Turbo. Uh, you probably already know what temperature is, but if you don't, it limits the scope of words that the LLM gets to be creative with. So for this case, I just put it on 6. Uh, so and here we test it. You just randomly asked it to generate a list of 10 words, 10 names for a new product. We didn't say which product, what product, any sort of limitations. And this is what we got. All right, so we're gonna uh, talk about prompt templates. They already are telling you what they are because it's just a template for prompts, and you can put some inputs, and when you want to use it, you just go like this, prompt.format, and fill the info, and that's it. You're good to go. And if you run this, we're gonna get the uh, text that we have designed. The thing that it's gonna give us is that they're reusable. If you want to like call them later, you don't have to write the whole thing. You just write it, and our templates are not gonna be this small. So you're just gonna call it, give it the inputs, and that's it. You're good to go. And we can have a test here. I just asked it to create uh, a short message in French in a friendly tone, and the message should be welcome to LangChain. So this is it. Yeah. Uh, okay, let's go back to our slides. I always lose this one. Okay, this is the beginning. Um, what we do is to give some inputs and a message, like create a friendly message and get some output. But when you have steps, you get a flow. Like there are some steps that you want to like get a title, a description, maybe some steps to for that description or something like that. So to see an example, we get to see this one. In LangChain, you have already seen prompt template. I have designed one for title, another one for description. The what's why the thought behind this is to generate a catchy tutorial title in this language and in this tone. The message should be and the tutorial subject basically. And then we use that info. We get the title and the language and message and tone to create some description for that. So it's just some automated prompt template. We use SCR output parser to make the output look better because we don't want to do the whole thing. I think it's inputted from LangChain core output parsers. The beautiful thing about LangChain is that you can just design your chain like this, like you introduce your prompt title as input, then LLM, and the output parser. So when you call title dash chain, it's gonna know what to do, and it's gonna be very smooth. The same thing goes for description chain. The only difference is that you call title chain, run it, put it in title, and call the assign the title, and call the other stuff. And it's done by runnable pass through. You give it the inputs, and you get your title. You give your title to invoke the description chain, put it in description, and we show it. And if you run this, we get this. Oh yeah, this one was also in French. Okay, the next example is in English, I promise. So what we did here was that get three inputs, put it in one of the steps in our flow, and then we use that info to run another uh, request to the LLM. And at the end, we get title and description. So if we can see this example, this is the same thing exactly, but it's done in English. And this is it. This is the output. That was it for the first part. In the next part, we are going to talk about agents and tools and how we can combine LLM with tools and how LLMs decide which tool to use. So that's on them basically. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later. Bye bye.